So, welcome back, loyal subjects, to chapter 5 of Let's Funk King Player Jack the Ripper. Point and click adventure game. It is an absolute pleasure to be playing. I'm on the same pint of Guinness, so there's no need to refill right now. And we are once again in the reins of our faithful journalist. Nothing to do in the dark room right now, he says. So we're just in here at the moment and we'll hit the old hints button. Oh, it wants us to travel already. Fair game. London Hospital, if you don't mind.
The body was found outside these stable gates in the early hours of the morning by two men on their way to work. Police have removed the body already, but at least I can still see the bloodstains where she lay.
That's good. Always a positive. How about Uganda? It's nice blood-stained R5 cobbles. And we'll go inside. And, oh, Aberline's already had a Uganda at that. That is an interesting clue, isn't it? Let's start by doing the old classic. We've done this one in the previous games. Right then. So, look at that size of that pipe. Obviously we have done this one in the previous game. There's a 13. We've done it twice in the last video, I believe. The last two videos, sorry. And things are starting to really heat up now in this game. We've had 2 murders already, which is interesting. There's the old hemlock, I believe this can be used in some black magic rituals. We've had the 2 murders. We have Tabram and Polly Nichols, which is interesting. We're going to have, is it Chapman next? Annie Chapman in the old courtyard. Hopefully so. Some might say 2 spoons available. There's Unos spoon. And we'll try and get another one if we can. And an empty jug. That's what it's asked. There's another spoon. Where's the empty jug? Do we need a... yeah, we do need a bolt. And we need a wrench, and the wrench is nicely tucked into the top of that sack, along with some nails on the right hand side. And there's the empty jug, and now we only need an oil can. So this really has progressed fast, and there it is. That's probably one of the fastest puzzles I have ever laid my hands on. That is absolutely bang on a das money. So what did we keep out of them? We kept some nails, an empty jug, a tarot card, a pry bar.
Interesting to find hemlock here, an important part of some black magic rituals, which fits in with those symbols from the last murder. I wonder if anyone in the house heard or saw anything strange last night.
That's really interesting, journalist. And if I had information like that, I'd go straight to Aberline. But obviously, you are not. So let's head back outside onto the old streets. Would have been a good idea actually to... ooh, don't know why I clicked that. But it might have been a nice idea to... ooh, look at that old hag.
Sorry to bother you, Mum, but I was wondering if you heard or saw anything strange last night.
I never saw nothing.
Guinness original.
But I did hear 2 women arguing in the street around 3 AM.
She's blind in one eye.
One was saying she had spent all her money and was going to have to make some more on the streets before she could go back to her lodgings.
That's absolutely right. Poor Nichols spent all her money on gin and all sorts of other stuff, getting pissed. It cost her... I think it was it... cost her a matter of a penny or so to stop in a lodging house in which they all sat round on a bench and had a piece of rope tied around them to stop them from falling over, and that'll be the night's sleep. Pretty piss poor compared to modern times.
Do you know which lodging house they were referring to?
Yeah, the one on Thrall Street.
Let's go to Thrall Street. Thrall Street, Doss House.
So, this is where Nichols lived. What a depressing hovel. I'll
Certainly
see if
is.
there are any clues as to her movements before she was murdered.
If she didn't spend all her coin on booze and other stuff, she wouldn't have to work the streets ravaging a penis. So we'll go ahead and do this first puzzle. What about a rotten apple? What about a book? What about a letter? I thought that would have been quite an important piece of evidence. Look at that beetle running off. Right, okay, let's actually have a Uganda at what we have to get. A bolt, a pair of specty goggles. Do we need some scissors? They're always... What is it with this game and scissors? Pardon. Oh, behind the sheath. And we'll have that, and we'll have that. A token, a pendant, and a... Do we need a walnut? We do not. Where's this pair of glasses? We got the old ring. The bread, we'll take that as well. Covered in flies, mind you. I don't know what the hell we'd use it for. The portrait is under there. The earring. The pendant. Where's the... Oh, there's the glasses. Now we just need the pendant. Which, instead of mucking around looking for the old pendant, I might as well just hit the old hints button. And there it is, hidden at the back. A pair of wire-rimmed glasses and a voucher for a free haircut at George Chapman's shop.
A guy called Chapman ever came by?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, George Chapman. Quite often, in fact. Runs a barber shop down on Cable Street.
This guy's a
Used
nutter,
to
by the
offer
way.
Special discounts to
Chapman.
women staying here. Some would go for a haircut. We never saw them again. Strange, really. Really? And have you seen him recently? Now that you mention it, yes. He was in here just yesterday. Seem to remember he was having a steamy argument with Polly and Nichols. Not sure what it was about, though. This story really is taking me to the most horrid parts of Whitechapel. So, this is 126 Cable Street, and that must be George Chapman's shop. I wonder if he's in.
This is getting really interesting. George Chapman is an unlikely ripper suspect for so many reasons. One of them being the old modus operandi, which is, you know, the style in which the killings happen. And Chapman poisoned 3 of his wives, if I remember rightly. And he poisoned 2 of them that close together that it got people suspect. People got suspicious, and the Rozzers exhumed the bodies of his wife and found, I think it was arsenic in the corpses, and he went to the old gallows in 1903. Unlikely suspect for the Ripper murders because of the modus operandi and so many other things. Partly because also his English was really bad. George Chapman is not his real name. He was a Jew, and his English was piss poor at this moment in time. We'll take... Can't untie the knot. That's useless, isn't it? Yeah, his English was piss poor at times, and the quotes we have of people saying that the old Jack the Ripper said stuff to the women in English, good English, makes one wonder. So, the door to the shop is locked. We have glasses, we have nails, we have a pry bar, we have a tarot card, and we have a token, which is the free haircut, which I'm not going to post it, because that would be silly. The pry bar doesn't seem to work. However, could we open this box? We certainly can! Thank you for the cutthroat razor. I wonder if we can use that on the... we certainly can! Things are really coming together here. But, regardless of whether George Chapman did the murders, he is still one of my favourite suspects in just that he is an absolute nutter. You should see his face, and he has a beard to be admired, which you will see soon. That's a huge pity. But I think we need to Ah, the keys. We need the keys. We need the keys. So we need to put items together. That's what we need to do. Can we put them with the nails? We certainly cannot. Can we put them with the crowbar? We certainly cannot. Empty jug. Don't know why we've got an empty jug. The glasses. We'll put them two together. Made a hook from these glasses. If I had the right tool. Is that a pair of pliers right there? I'll take those if you don't mind. And the pliers are probably the implement, just what we need to bend the old glasses. And there we go. Keys are out, keys are ours. Let's go and see George Chapman, have a chat with Chapman, get the funk inside. The music is somewhat intense. And there's nothing to be had here, apart from a length of copper piping. Ooh. That's what the next puzzle is according to this. Actually Chapman was also, if I remember rightly, not only trained as a barber. I heard he'd done some medical schooling in Poland, his native country, which would be a very, very handy pardon, in making him a suspect, because oh, it's outside. Let's get back inside. Because obviously some people say that if one has the nails, a length of copper piping, and an empty mug, then one is onto a winner, but that is not true. What can we take here? What can we do here? This looks interesting to say the least. It's telling us to look under there in the corner. Yuck, that is foul. I think there's a key in the sink, but I'm sure not putting my hand in there to get it. You stupid person. Put your hand in the sink and everything will be alright. So we need a key for that. I thought that would take us upstairs, but it doesn't. It just takes us out of the map for some odd reason. So what we actually need to do is fill this jug full of water, don't we? Get away. Is there a water source outside? That's what I want to ask. And can we... Is there a water source in this street? There it is. There it is. Sure as shit. I'm on to a winner. Jug is empty. Turn the faucet. Faucet is seized up, so I'll need some leverage on it. So we will use a copper pipe, because that makes sense. The pliers would have been very suited for that, but we chucked them away, didn't we, after we used them. And there we go, we'll wash away all of that shaving foam. I didn't know they had a shaving foam back then, or at least I don't know what type of shaving foam they would use back then. Let's get the funk in here. I just had a swig of Guinness. Look at that sitar. A surgeon's knife. A hat. Does it need a horseshoe? It certainly does need a horseshoe. Look at this. This is on such an angle it keeps making me want to tilt my head for some to view it. It doesn't want an abacus. Does it want scissors? Oh, this is the first one that hasn't asked me for a pair of scissors. Golden eagle. A cannon. No. Poison. Brandy. Poison. Ooh. Perfume. There's a watch. A bloody apron. This one's it's just too easy to be true. You can't attribute these murders to Chapman. It's just too damn easy because it's so early in the game. It's obvious that he hasn't done it. Chess piece. which is lying around somewhere. We also need a heart and some red ink. That is not... There's the red ink. And we'll hit the hint button for one of them, which is here. Oh, barber's broom. Didn't see that one. And yet again, it gives us the easiest one to find. It knows what it's doing, like with this showing us which ones to find. So we need a heart and a chest piece. So let's get looking now. When it comes to hearts, I have a feeling it's like the sort of heart that we've seen previously. There's a heart. A king of hearts. It's like the sort of heart we've seen previously in this game, in which it's been more about a little picture on the wall than it has been about... There's a chessboard. Than it has been about the actual heart. So where is these items? There's a chess piece. Easy does it. Now we just need a Das heart, which is always a hard one to find by the looks of things. There we go. Excellent. Bottle of red ink, or is it blood?
What are you doing, breaking in and snooping around my shop? Are you the police?
There you go. See, it's clear he has good English here, but in real life he was yet to grasp English at such the early time as Whitechapel, which is very important, considering people say that Jack the Ripper, there was quotes by him, a few things, just one line of stuff, but he clearly sounded English, but looked foreign apparently. But that's the whole people wanted to blame Jews. That's what they wanted to do. It was back in the Victorian era. There's a lot of people emigrating to United Kingdoms. Look at that moustache. It's absolutely awesome.
Mr. Chapman, I just dropped by for a haircut and the door was open.
The door is always locked. Why are you really here?
For a haircut?
Really, sir, it's true. Look, I have a voucher for a free haircut. Have a look.
Those vouchers are only valid for women, understand? Now get out of here, quick!
Chapman.
Okay, I'm leaving. Hope you don't treat all your customers this way, Mr. Chapman.
See you later, Chapman.
Thought I'd never make it out of that place. There's definitely something fishy about that Mr. Chapman. Anyway, I'm off to get these photographs developed.
Let's do it. And this is the old classic of getting the old photographs developed, unless we're doing it straight away. Right, we've done this one before many a times. Thank you very much for the old red ink. And we've done this before. And what we do is we move it into the central section, and then we move it into the final section, which brings us the photo we desire. Ooh, dearie me, we have to match up the negatives to the positives and whatnot within this time limit. There we go, there's another one, George Chapman's shop, there's another one. We're doing very nice here. We're doing very nice indeed. This is going very quickly and well. Oh shit, which one's that one? There it is. And then we'll go for that barber's chair. Where's the barber's chair? There it is. That's a lot of them. That's it. Done. Done nice and fast. It's always nice to see a puzzle go so smoothly. Of this last swig of Guinness. That's the first murder scene. There we go. And the second one, let's have a Uganda. Oh, there we go. The strange symbols at George Yard.
They are again. Those strange symbols.
They are strange.
Just like last time, they weren't there when I took the photograph. I must find out what they mean.
Isambard Kingdom Brunel. I have a feeling, I don't think he was alive at this time, but you know, I'm just going to attribute the murders to Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Or at least he'll have definitely been too old if he revolutionised the